Happy Father's Day, everybody. Welcome to Everyday KT number 184. Today, after a week's hiatus, because I was off in the woods, we're talking about how to get it done. How to get shit done. So, unless you're some kind of miracle worker, in order to get anything done, you need people. And you have to be able to work with them effectively. Happy Father's Day to you too, Joe. So, you have to work with people if you want to get things done. And it is these people that are either the workforce, the support, or the backing that you need to make things happen. So if you're taking the leadership role, you need a small army of people to do whatever it is. If you're one of the workers, you need somebody who's running the show, an organizer, someone who can work with you. If you're one of those folks who just sits in the back and says, here's a bunch of resources, go make things happen, you still have to be able to convince the folks that what it is that you're giving them can be put to good use and can be used properly and appropriately to meet the goals of whatever it is that you're trying to do. So, to get that done, you have to be cognizant of one key thing. Most people do not like when things aren't done their way. They get grumpy, they get angry, they get upset, they're not happy. And what happens, unfortunately, is, sorry, kind of blew out my voice a little bit over the week. So, what happens when you're working with people who you say, well, we need to do things this way. They think, nope, we want to do it this way. Like, well, no, they actually need to be done this way. You got two choices. You can either communicate effectively with that person or be all stick. All stick sucks because you become an asshole, they don't like you, nothing gets done. Also, unfortunately, that's also the way that most people wind up going because it's fast. It's easy and it takes no effort. You just become an asshole. This is my way, I'm doing it this way, or it's not getting done at all. And there's no discussion, there's no discourse, there's no, I'm not going to call it negotiation because that's not the proper word. But that's as close as I've got right now. So the other way, and being Father's Day, all the dads with daughters know very well what this is to empathize with the kid, with whoever that is. And when I say empathize, I do not mean kowtow to their whiny little whatevers. I mean get down to their level. So if you're talking to an 8-year-old, don't talk like you're Einstein. Talk like an 8-year-old. Use words they understand. Use a tone of voice that is calming to them. If you're talking to an adult, well, the 8-year-old approach might also work because, well, they may be an 8-year-old on the inside. But you need to figure out who it is you're working with. You figure out what it is they like, what they don't like. You know your audience type of thing. You know, the whole salesman spiel. Understand who it is you're talking to and work at their level. Don't yell and scream at them. Adults and kids, neither one of them like it exactly the same. Nobody likes getting chewed on because they're not doing it the right way. A million different ways to do something. Thing is, some people want to do things their way. And say, I'm drinking this cup. Water, simple. Grab a cup, lift the mouth, drink. Well, some people are like, well, hold on, you're using the wrong arm. Technically, it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant because if I use this hand, it works. If I use this hand, it works. But if I use this hand, that, boom, I don't move. I have to move a whole lot to go the other way. Like, no, you have to use your right hand. Like, well, no, I'm using my left hand. And it becomes a big argument. So you can either be all stick and say, well, no, screw you, I'm using my left hand. End of discussion. Or you can say, listen, you use this hand, I'm using this hand. It takes effort, it takes time, it takes a little bit of skill, but you don't become an asshole. And you don't have that wedge that's driven between the two of you afterwards. And it works. It doesn't matter who you're dealing with. It works. Little kids, grown-ups, everything in the middle. It is that understanding of who you're talking to and saying, you know what, this is inside anyway. Don't actually say this out loud because it sounds silly and you sound like a self-help book. But suddenly, listen, I'm talking to this person. I know who they are. I know what they like, what they don't like. And in a second or two, figure out, okay, this is how I need to approach this. Because what happens is when you do it right, you get your way, they do things the way you want them to, but you're not being an ass. You're not yelling and screaming and throwing a fit, and there is no awkward, weird, I'm not talking to you for a day, 2 days, a month, whatever, or I'm not listening to you, or I'm not going to this thing. That doesn't happen because it was an amicable agreement at the end. So it's the people. So that's how you get shit done, is you get the people on your side. Once you're on your side, you can do damn near anything. And it goes the same with kilts, because there's a lot of people, when you start wearing a kilt for the first time, it's going to be the exact same thing. What the hell? You're wearing a kilt. Why aren't you wearing pants? Why aren't you wearing shorts? Why aren't you whatever? You can either say, well, screw you, I'm wearing a kilt, or have the discussion. Take a little bit of time, effort, understand them, what they're worried about. Actually get through all the crap of them, and say, what the hell is wrong with me wearing this kilt? Ultimately, you'll either get to nothing, you're weird, okay, that's acceptable, or they have some deep-seated fear of men in kilts, which is also a reality, especially if you are in certain cultures who have never been able to conquer Scotland. So you need to understand who you're talking to, how to talk to them, and take some time. This is a skill that is not easy. It takes time to master. It takes time to even get kind of good at it, because it's just like anything else. You got to be good enough. You have to be articulate enough to get your point across, but intelligent enough to know what level you need to get that across at. Are you talking to an 8-year-old? Are you talking to a 50-year-old? Are you talking to someone who has spent their whole life busting their knuckles on a wrench, or a CEO in corporate America? Understand what's going on, how it's going on, who you're talking to, and life will be so much easier, because you don't have to yell and scream and fight and become that asshole. Because assholes have a very specific purpose on this planet, and unless you're that purpose, nobody wants to be around one. So I know there's a bunch of folks just back. Somebody throw up a kiltology. Volume. I actually found them. They're sitting over here underneath all my crap from unpacking, which still is in the process. So yeah, that's how to get it done. Motivate some people, get them on your side, get them to do the things that you think that the way that it should be done to be most effective in getting whatever it is you're trying to do done. If you can inspire them along the way, it works awesome. But going the stick route, just saying, hey, this way or the highway, unless you're a drill sergeant at boot camp, you don't make many friends that way. You sure as hell don't get many allies. So then again, if you're really good at that, I know that the drill sergeants are always in demand. So it looks like the delay's a little stronger than usual, so I'm going to guess what the next person's going to say and say Volume 2. So, Volume 2, Kiltology, on Amazon. So this one applies in spades. It's nothing to do with today, but it has to do with me. Because, so those of you know, I just spent a week in the woods with 150-odd, 147th graders, basically doing a wilderness survival camp. And it is a whole lot of up with the sun, down with the moon, walk a ton, hike, climb, full packs, and a whole ton of kids out in the middle of nowhere. Not an actual campground, mind you. This is like colonial era stagecoach trails and living in the woods, digging latrines, all of that fun stuff. So I'm tired. Kiltology number 295. Tired. There's no greater evil on this earth than simply being tired. Lack of sleep, fatigue, or whatever else you want to call it, it is just plain evil. If you ever encounter a tired kiltie, please see Kiltology number 294 before proceeding. It just might save your life. So, those of you who don't know what 294 is, I'll let you go find it on your own because I'm not reading it tonight. You only get one. So, with that, I will let you go. Happy Father's Day, everyone. You guys have a good night. Dave, I hope the Smoking is going good. Emily, I hope you learned that doing the Watusi two-step on a boat deck is not healthy and you break things. So, you guys have an awesome night. Happy Father's Day to all those who are. And I will see you tomorrow morning because I want to do another one of those cool Instagram videos first thing in the morning to see if I can't get brighten some people's day. So, you guys take care. Be strong. Put a kilt on.